Well, the point is, if you're a unionist, it's an assault, a very physical assault upon your constitutional position, because this is only happening because Northern Ireland and Northern Ireland alone within the United Kingdom has been left subject to the EU's customs code, which itself decrees GB to be a foreign country. Therefore, goods coming from GB must go through all these customs processes. That is the constitutional effect and assault of this, and that can never be made bearable for unionists if you believe in the union at all. Yes, they're trying to tinker and to make it more malleable, but that does not deal with the fundamental constitutional affront that is involved. But, the other side of this is this, that businesses who are suppliers from GB, Northern Ireland being a relatively small market, a number of them are saying it's not worth the effort. We've had that with the food, with the pet.
Well, we've seen David Thompson's story, as John says, about the pet food. But are you hearing of any other company pulling out?
Well, I was the one that heard about that one and drew attention to it. And yes, there are other companies, small companies, who say, well, we're quite happy to sell to Northern Ireland, provided there's no other paperwork involved. Well, I'm not naming companies at this moment in time, but I'm aware that there are others. They're not bothered. They're not prepared to deal with the paperwork because it's extra cost, and that's the other side of this. It's not just about the fact that the intolerable situation that you have to have customs declarations to trade within your own country, that you have to be in a trusted trader scheme to trade within your own country. It's the fact that all of that costs money, and those costs inevitably are passed on to the consumers, and that is the continuing price.
Jim, I hear you. I hear you that you're calling this a constitutional assault. I hear it, and you're entitled to do so. But do you concede that in terms of the practical business on the ground, it's continuing relatively uninterrupted?
Well, it's continuing at a cost because paperwork costs. It means extra staff. There have been many stories of companies having to employ extra staff, and that translates into extra costs for consumers. So there is a cost. We cannot wipe it away, and it is intolerable that anyone to trade within the same country should have to make customs declarations. That doesn't happen in any other country in the world. That to trade internally, you must make customs declarations. Customs declarations relate to trade from foreign country to foreign country, not internal. And that is the irreducible offence of this, that we trade within Northern Ireland, we're being treated because the customs code treats GB as a foreign country.